go fourth estate na mene associate editor set bokwe mene no antwetwe enkomo set to temi nka.
Yes, hello DJ morning with you on Kapa. But me China Tezia no pa emba papa. So I have to mix it.
Mate yemfa emfrefra yemfa brofo ni twi no yemfa emfrefra. Okay, enti boyemu na yenhunu mo na mo ye san hwehwemu yi. Dia na kofa san hwehwemu yi ba kra in the first place. Set.
So yes, it's not yes, it's NLA for Good Causes Foundation. Yentia yeti and say the underprivileged, basically the physically or mentally afflicted, or more sebi or more driven to come and here for a year penny for more only the agent orphans and then destitute children. We are near HSA, so person would this come over here. This is the latest proverb. We do the necessary before we do the wanted. However, if you go through the disbursement, conform with this kind of mile, orphans, agents. Can do na ya fa kwai papa so amfa kana magofo na uhwe Gabi asari ochidako Africa Prosperity Award oyoheni GIPC for Ghana Club 100 yaka Ghana Club 100 awards companies.
Hello, Seth. Hello. Okay. Seth Bokwe, associate editor, fourth estate. Seth, akwa baby, no one who we lost you in a bit. Yeah.
We share Ghana Club 100 here. Companies are 100. I all Ghana. Companies are power. Yes, small awards. Now, we yeah, towards the more in help on where you start can say would Ghana Club 100. I mean, it doesn't make sense. 200,000. Ebra uko Accra Psychiatric Hospital. Omu no name keka hono ibini ho. Ankafo Psychiatric Hospital. Omu complain say we don't have the resources to manage the hospital psychiatric care. Uko Usu Children's Home in keka hono. And yes, private people donations that offers. So why do you give out money that is meant for these poor people to the rich?
Okay. Are you able to tell us in total? Now we say sika wamutuama nkofo amfa kwan paso se na yedi wonkomo in total sika be saying said
in total it's almost over 20 million.
It's almost over 20 million Ghana cedis.
It's more than 20 million.
I see.
Yeah, we have calculations now the now almost spending or always almost 21 million. And I think that over the years, the NLA has not been well scrutinized. The Audit Service and the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament should answer questions on how the NLA is able to get away with it.
Okay, but
the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament and the Audit Service and the internal auditor of the NLA should be able to ask questions, should be able to answer questions on how they are able to get away with this kind of mess.
Okay, but me person say NLA as an entity, they also have the right to sponsor some of these programs. Yeah, Mudia Baba today, Anamebwa.
No problem. That's an entity, no more quantity sponsor.
Yes.
But the Good Causes Foundation, the Sikano, and yet the car agro.
Okay, you
are supposed to use the money for what's the name? You are supposed to use the money for providing care and protection. You have an obligation to care and protect for the physically or mentally afflicted, the needy, the aged, orphans, and the few children. This is far away from sponsoring events. Where in this law do you read that you are supposed to use this money to care for the people, the kind of sponsorship it is? The NLA as an organization should have a PR plan, and that PR plan, the funding for the PR plan, should not come from money from Good Causes Foundation, which is supposed to do charity for the poor. You are supposed to protect and provide for the poor, not to take away from them.
Okay, but during your investigations, are you able to differentiate between NLA as an entity and the Good Causes Foundation as a foundation? Because I believe, sir, they both have different, modus operandi.
You know, the NLA Good Causes Foundation is a registered entity.
Yes.
It's registered, right? It's registered as an organization. So its operation ideally should be separated. Let me tell you what. The NLA Good Causes Foundation was registered on 8th June 2022. Right? It's supposed to provide, listen to the object. This is the object of their registration. The objective, when they went to submit their registration document to the registrar of company, this is what it said: to provide support and relief to the marginalized in society, the vulnerable, people with disabilities, orphans, widows, the elderly, and impoverished communities, right? To provide support and relief to the marginalized in society, the vulnerable, people with disability, orphans, and so on. There is nowhere in this registration document that they talk about sponsoring awards. For what? You are registered to support the most vulnerable people in our society. You can't tell me that sponsoring an award, sponsoring a gala, sponsoring a book memoir of a Samaja who lives in a $3 million mansion falls within the mandate of the Good Causes Foundation. No, it's not true.
Okay, Seth, so we can get some further clarification from the Good Causes Foundation. I'll come back to you. We've been joined by good fellow Day of Faith. Oh yeah, the former Director General NLA Sammy Awuku, Meneno and Tretchen and Komo. Good fellow, so good fellow, what you mean? Na good fellow, Good Causes Foundation me kai pass baby aname wono. On one occasion, na me ye program and abaye bi na in fact no chere no in fact wa pass ya onya university mu kwan. Me gusu me ye program no na em Sammy Awuku ete na o yes say abaye no Good Causes Foundation for beboa no. Ya make say abaye no timi akọ UDS awie. Ya mia mani me ba Sammy Awuku office ma ya beji sika editu abayo no fees ni ade nyina ya wawie UDS na sa na no no echi no sika no mo chiche man krofo a man fa nya adwuma sese mra no ahye mo se mo fa sika ne ye asamo ajan D Black na mo sponsor awards sa na mo di sika ne ye good fellow
seje medase say anopay what to me pick up this matter. And some of the questions that you put out, now will be they're very instructive questions, and it boils down to the spin on the story that Fourth Estate is putting out. In fact, in some echoes, Fourth Estate drew mirror attention to the fact that there's a developing story that they want a side of the story, and we met them to have an interview with them over an hour interview, spanning from some of these matters which we give clarification to and all of that. But you could see the spin that they are putting out. And
good fellow, what good fellow, what the cheap? It's my team.
You could see how but we gave clarification to it. And when you read the story, apart from all that they wanted to say, they just gave a paragraph as a reaction from him, which I think that idea as Ghana for no, when we see some of these things, we have to call them out. First of all, let me give you a history about this Good Causes Foundation. Tama Ira Sammy Awuku, a Director General of the NLA, no. As part of the initial conversations, and when you are taking a new office and his conversation with the staff and stakeholders in the space, you know, we realize this. One of the core objects of lottery is to also help the society, help the marginalized and all of that. And in fact, Oshe Act 722 now, it's stipulated in there. Inti yakodu NLA no na womo department bia womo freno special duties. So the special duties usually do some of these good causes, basically good causes, normal the boa society and some other things. Here we can say no. To be able to give true meaning to our act, and also find a way to be able to properly fund the CSR and the humanities arm of the organization. Let's properly form a foundation who will be focused on doing that. In October 2021, with the help of the Chief of Staff and our Mother Ministry, which is the Foreign Affairs Finance Ministry and the Attorney General's Department, we launched the Good Causes Foundation. So the Good Causes Foundation had some objects, and the foundation, by the objectives set by the board, was supposed to do 4 things: help, focus on health, art and culture, education, and there was a last one. But I'll put it out. Into a forming Good Causes Foundation. When we had the conversation, the clarification we gave to Fourth Estate that they are not putting out, and it's when you go and take the expenditure of the authority over the period. Now, Emmy Award sponsorship, and now CU Summit sponsorship, and now some of the lists that they put out, payments to the sponsorship for the Kwapman Traditional Council and all of that. It is not good causes as per strictly by what we are doing. Because you see, the NLA sells product. For example, one of the sources of funding for the good causes was our Caritas platform. Caritas platform, when we came, we had to relaunch the Caritas platform because it was dormant for a while. And the engage the corporate Ghana and all of that, and we made them understand that the proceeds from the Caritas platform, and be any other funding sources NLA would designate to support the good causes. And the Caritas platform, platform corporate Ghana, they were more raffles, they were more promotions and all of that.
Yes.
Chief, marketing manager, CU Summit, the proposal bro. So I'm having a summit for all CEOs in Ghana, and I want you to come on board to sponsor. Now, marketing manager, the corporate Ghana for now, you want to sign them on the Caritas platform to raise money for your cause. What they request Director General. So I think that this is a program that I want to, as a marketing manager, I want to take partake in, so that I can pitch the Caritas platform to them. Now, the Director General is signing off that sponsorship as a marketing function. As a marketing function. You see, as a marketing function, for the same to me, said those payments were made from the good causes account. As a marketing function, they are clumsing all payments other than our regular operations, together as monies that was supposed to be meant for good causes for that function. For example, yesterday me who fly be on my say instead of and the spin and the propaganda, instead of paying supporting psychiatric hospitals, we gave monies to the Attorney General's department for training and conference.
Yes.
Awuku buy as 2021, 2019, the former Chief Justice set up Lotto Court. Indeed, the Lotto Court was supposed to be a specialized court. Yet, go for illegal lottery. You don't move for prosecution, but it was dormant. Indeed, anyone who have discussions, annual discussions, and as Mameno the issues around the Lotto Court is that prosecutors in Ukraine are not equipped to be able to do the Lotto prosecution properly. Indeed, mostly, they are not able to even assign way to them. Interior could engage the Solicitor General, who is a member of the NLA board, and also what they can do through the Attorney General's department and the police is be able to do some training on the Lotto Act for their prosecutors, so that they will be able to activate the Lotto Court. Okay, say some soups across the country. Police prosecution ambassador. As part of over the period that we scheduled those support for them, we paid a certain amount of money towards them. What setting out Lotto Court, which is supposed to help you clamp down on illegal lottery. Now, ministry in charge of Attorney General's department, so any prosecutors na in training for that purpose. Na NLA through the Director General and the board assigning some amount of money to be paid for them over a period. Now we say when she can see the ma a bubua for any psychiatric hospitals and they acquire that payment. Okay, so there is a distinction that they are not getting.
Okay, so I think
that is deliberate, because at the meeting, at the interview that we had with them,
yes,
with their reporters or Parliament, we gave that we gave that distinction. Say the NLA has a certain mandate to also sell product. We have products that we sell. We have a platform that we have to pitch. Inti say ojura na NLA koboa Equipment Traditional Council ne yekoye draw. You can take that payment to the Equipment Traditional Council to say sika SSC de mabubua for ne de akoye sade.
Okay.
We had the marketing responsibility to also market our 590 product and also our Caritas platform, which was all part of the revenue mobilization drive, to also get some money to be doing some of the things.
Okay, good for.
Are they saying that when they took the payments, they didn't, when they took the accounts over the period, they didn't see anything done by the Good Causes Foundation? And then one example of some of the things that we personally did, even on your show.
Yes.
Now, how the way you know, question or no, I started Nanka, me person me bisa or no, PMT, trying to impugn the integrity and the efficiency of the audit service and the parliamentary select committee. We have to on PAC. We have to draw his attention and for him to apologize, because over the period there have been no audit query on these matters.
To apologize to who, good fellow?
To apologize to the audit service.
Why?
Your audited accounts, not audit service, no audited the institution responsible for audit. In Reggie now so who payment now you even have to we have to question the audit service on some of the and how they didn't see some of these things. Are you professor? Are you
okay?
Is the fourth estate now an audited? agency.
Good fellow, I'm running to, but they are.
Is that what he's saying?
Good fellow, good fellow.
The clarification that we have to give, and for propaganda and spending your money is that the NLA as a body corporate has marketing responsibilities. For example, there was a
good fellow
fly be on my I don't know a propaganda, a vile propaganda.
No, but also
the spin on it is na sika is say the ebubuafo. Oh, they make it emotional. Sika the say the psychiatric hospitals or the Akoma chief of staff office. Every year, say be Independence Day. Institutions support the presidency for the celebration. That 350,000 cities. Maybe CJ, let me. These are matters that they have put out.
Yes.
You don't want us to.
Oh no. I'm a fair. I'm a fair. Right.
It's important. Important. If for over the period, the NLA board decided that your best sponsor will help in the statement celebration. Why do you put a spin on it to say na sika SSC the kwashe bubuafo? All the projects that we did,
good fellow,
in the psychiatric hospitals, we did in the children's hospitals,
good fellow,
and all of that.
Good fellow.
Where monies that the NLA raised for that purpose.
Good fellow.
NLA as a body corporate has a certain corporate social responsibility towards the government, towards the people of Ghana, and towards our marketing responsibilities. You cannot put a spin on this matter and be putting these falsehoods out. Then to the extent that you are even questioning the integrity of the audit service.
But you don't need to be a professional.
But listen, if the audit service, if your audit service have audited an account, I won't raise. I mean, when we are doing auditing, the audit service. No one will offer document on the face of the document. You may not understand.
Matthias,
so the process is sometimes raised at management meetings.
Good fellow.
Raise some of these issues. When you give explanation and documentation, they'll sign it off. But if the audit service, the question that I want you to ask him, if the audit service didn't see anything wrong with those payments over the period, normal core public accounts committee and all of that, they didn't see anything wrong. Why is he trying to impugn the integrity of all these people?
All right. Matthias here. Good fellow, just what I said. Very good.
I think the good fellow has not read our story. I don't think he read everything there. Because if he read it, the very responses he's providing are in the story. They are there. They are there.
So if the responses were there,
if you say
you had a 1 hour,
wait.
Good fellow.
If you get that
document now,
good fellow. Good fellow.
So for instance,
yeah, sir, you are on.
When he was speaking, I was quiet, so I don't know why he's being so dramatic.
Absolutely.
Why is he being so dramatic? He should listen to me too. I kept quiet and listened to him.
Accra FM.
Now, if you take what he point by point what he's talking about, I mentioned earlier that when the NLA registered the Good Causes Foundation in 2022, they had specific objects that they said they were going to use that organization for, right? To protect the vulnerable, the most vulnerable people in our society.
No, but
justify. Hello, please let me land.
No, just a quick one so you continue. Okay. Are you able to tell us that these monies came from the Good Causes Foundation account or the NLA account? These are two different accounts we are talking about here.
The document available to us says Good Causes Foundation disbursements.
Okay.
He cannot tell me that they are using the Good Causes Foundation as a vehicle for their marketing. Unless, of course, the NLA doesn't have a good marketing plan, which should be different from a charity wing. How do you tell me that funds, you collect funds for your charity and use those funds for marketing, use it to for awards, gala, and so on, and you tell me that it is justified? If you use emotions to collect money for people, use that money to deal with their needs. You collected money in the name of Caritas platform. Let me read specifically what the act says, right? Specifically what the act says. The act says there shall be conducted as part of operations of National Lotto a lottery. That lottery they have designated is Caritas. So a lottery, if the object of providing care and protection for the physically or mentally afflicted, the needy, the aged, orphans and destitute children, right? Your lottery, when you have this lottery, funds coming from this lottery are meant for the people we mentioned, the vulnerable we mentioned, in the law. So if you do any other thing with the money, you are breaking the law, you are breaching the law. That's what it is.
Okay.
Call any lawyer to interpret this for you, whether they did the right thing by using money they have collected in the name of Good Causes Foundation for other things.
Okay.
And he's justifying it.
And then again,
you justify giving money to Asamoah Gyan. You give 50,000 for Asamoah Gyan for his book project.
Sir.
What is the relationship between that money and the Good Causes Foundation? How does that support your work?
Sir, he is also saying that you need to apologize to the Public Accounts Committee and the other group, because all these accounts have been made available to these people, and as at yet they haven't raised anything.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Why?
If the audit service decides to audit these documentations properly again, you will see the things they will raise. I'm telling you, I don't even need to raise this. In the coming days, you probably hear what has happened there.
All right, Seth. Let's end the conversation here.
We should apologize for what? For raising the inefficiency. What the audit that was done wasn't done properly. If they had done a proper audit, they would have exposed what they have done. How do you give money to D Black? What is the relationship between Good Causes and D Black?
Seth, my name was in your community here. Good fellow, them say, or they have to hold. A good fellow, my community, you need less and pay. Oh, Daddy. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. What he said. And he feels that the audit service needs to do a proper audit of the account. And a bit free more bano. I'm sure Ghana phone ye tribe boom.
Michelle, these people, they are just out of the place, putting a spin on nothing. I am telling you today that those payments were not done through the Good Causes account.
Now he's saying that those payments were done through the Good Causes account.